choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Today in history. On this day 108 years ago, Polish critical realist writer Henryk Sienkiewicz passed away. His representative works include Quo Vadis, With Fire and Sword, The Deluge, and Sir Michael, and so on. Renowned as the master of Polish language, he topped the charts among Polish writers for reprints and prints. His achievements were honored with the 1905 Nobel Prize in Literature. Welcome to today's Qingzhao Morning News. Let's start with political updates.
UK announces largest tax increase in 30 years. On October 30th, the new British Finance Minister, Reeves, presented her first budget, announcing a £40 billion tax increase, the largest rise in British tax revenue in 30 years. She highlighted the urgent need for funding to address various issues in public services, such as long waiting times in healthcare, aging school facilities, and failing transport and justice systems. Reeves criticized the Conservative Party for leaving behind a budget black hole, which necessitated this significant tax hike. She assured that the new budget would primarily target those who can afford to contribute more, rather than burdening the working class. Japan's ruling coalition support drops to 34%. Comprehensive news from Tokyo. Japan's ruling coalition, led by Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, is facing a further decline in support following disappointing election results, with approval ratings dropping to 34%. In contrast, 51% of respondents indicated they do not support the coalition, and 53% expressed a desire for a change in leadership. The coalition fell short in the recent House of Representatives election on October 27, failing to secure the necessary 233 seats by 18. In response, Ishiba announced intentions to govern as a minority government and plans to seek support from other parties for future legislation. Analysts suggest he may consider tax cuts and economic stimulus proposals from the National Democratic Party to bolster support. North Korea launches ballistic missile into eastern waters. AFP News. On October 31, South Korea's military reported that North Korea launched a ballistic missile from the Pyongyang area toward the Eastern Sea, potentially indicating a long-range missile launched at a high elevation angle. In response, South Korea has raised its alert level and is coordinating with the United States and Japan. This marks North Korea's first intercontinental ballistic missile launch of the year, following the Hwasong-18 launch on December 18 last year, and comes 43 days after the last ballistic missile launch on September 18, when North Korea tested the new tactical missile, Hwasong-11C 4.5, and cruise missile. Vietnam's agricultural exports expected to reach $60 billion in 2024. According to the Vietnam News Agency, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development reported that Vietnam's agricultural exports reached $46.28 billion in the first 9 months of 2024, a 21% increase from the previous year. This includes $24.85 billion in agricultural products, up 27.7%, $12.46 billion in forest products, up 20.3%, $7.23 billion in aquatic products, up 9.5%, and $376 million in livestock products, up 3.8%. Deputy Minister Phung Duc Tien stated that if the current growth rate continues, Vietnam's agricultural exports are projected to hit $60 billion to $61 billion in 2024, marking a new record. Spain faces deadliest flood in over 50 years. According to Lienhe Zaobao, heavy rains in the Valencia region of eastern Spain have caused the deadliest floods in over 50 years, with the number of victims rising to 158 as of October 31. This figure is expected to increase. Spain's meteorological agency reported that the town of Ziva, west of Valencia, experienced 491 millimeters of rain in just 8 hours, nearly equivalent to a full year's rainfall. The tragic loss of life has sparked debate, with some analysts arguing that the disaster was avoidable and highlighting that Spain's infrastructure is inadequately equipped to handle increasingly severe extreme weather. Philippines legislation holds companies accountable for plastic waste. Comprehensive news from Manila. the Philippines aims to pass legislation that would require large companies to fund waste management solutions to tackle plastic waste at its source. The Extended Producer Responsibility Law, which took effect last year, is the first of its kind in Southeast Asia to impose fines on companies for their plastic waste. This law mandates large companies to reduce plastic waste through product design changes and environmental cleanup efforts. The Philippines is among the leading contributors to marine plastic pollution, generating approximately 1.7 million metric tons of plastic waste annually. According to the World Bank, about one-third of this waste ends up in landfills, while 35% is discarded in open spaces. Malaysian University establishes education center in China. Comprehensive news from Kuala Lumpur. The University of Malaya has recently established a global education center in China, marking the first time a Malaysian public university has done so. This initiative paves the way for a future branch campus in China. University of Malaya President Noor Azwan stated that the center aims to expand educational opportunities for more Chinese students and strengthen the university's commitment to meaningful academic cooperation. The University of Malaya had announced plans for this global education center in January. According to the university's official website, the center will facilitate the planning of the international campus in China and act as the primary contact for collaboration with Chinese industry, government, and academia. Additionally, the center will recommend study locations in Beijing, Wuxi, Guangzhou, Xi'an, Hefei, Qingdao, and Nanjing.
According to Qihua Daily, the SP 500 index recently closed down 108.22 points, or 1.86%, at 5,705.45 points, marking a cumulative decline of 0.99% for October. That's all for today's Qingchao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.